Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Re-Education of Terry. Today, I want to talk about Social Security. Some call it an entitlement, which can have a negative connotation even though it shouldn't be. In government terms, entitlement simply means a program where people are entitled by law to receive benefits if they meet the eligibility requirements. People pay into it through payroll taxes during their working lives. They're legally entitled to those benefits when they retire, become disabled, or die. Over time, the word entitlement has picked up political and cultural baggage. Some people use it to imply that recipients are getting handouts or something unearned, even though with Social Security, that's not true. It can feel unfair to people who've contributed to the system their entire lives. Every time you earn a paycheck, you and your employer each pay 6.2% of your income. If you're self employed, you pay the full 12.4%. That money goes into two trust funds: old age and survivors insurance or disability insurance. These are often referred to together as the Social Security Trust Fund. When you retire or become disabled, your benefits are based on your 35 highest earning years adjusted for inflation, a formula that replaces a percentage of your average monthly earnings. Lower earners get a higher percentage replaced, while higher earners get a lower percentage. So it's progressive, meaning it helps lower income workers more proportionately. Disabled workers who can no longer work due to medical conditions. Survivors like spouses and children of deceased workers. Spouses and ex spouses of qualifying workers. Right now, payroll taxes from past decades were saved in the trust fund. Starting around 2021, more money is going out than coming in, so the trust fund is dwindling down. If nothing changes, the trust fund could run out around 2033 to 2035. At that point, the program would only be able to pay 75 to 80% of scheduled benefits, not zero, but a cut. Social Security isn't a personal account, but it's not like a 401k. Instead, today's workers pay for today's retirees. But because people contribute over time and are entitled to benefits, it feels like a personal investment, which is why the entitlement label frustrates people. There are a few major ways policymakers are talking about fixing it. First, raise the payroll cap of 168,000 or eliminate it entirely. That way, wealthier individuals would pay more into the system. The second way is to raise the payroll tax rate. Currently, the rate is 12.4%, split between employee and employer. The proposal is to gradually increase the rate to, say, 14% over time. The impact, if everyone pays slightly more now to keep the system solvent or financially sound long term. The next suggestion is to adjust the benefit formula. Reduce the rate at which benefits grow, especially for higher earners. Keep benefits more generous for low and middle income workers. The goal is to control costs while still supporting those who need it most. The fourth suggestion is to raise the full retirement age. Right now, it's 66 to 67, depending on your birth year. Some proposals push that to 68 or 70, phased in slowly. Controversial critics argue this can disproportionately hurt workers in physically demanding jobs or those with shorter life expectancies. The fifth suggestion: benefits would be reduced or phased out for wealthier retirees. Supporters say it targets resources where they're needed. Critics say it turns Social Security from a universal benefit into a welfare program, which can erode political support. Number six, invest trust fund in the stock market. Right now, the trust fund can only invest in treasury bonds. Some suggest putting a portion into diversified investments for higher returns. Riskier, but can potentially grow the fund faster. Number seven. Finally, number seven is to create a new revenue stream. Ideas like a small financial transaction tax, a wealth tax, or extending the Social Security tax to investment incomes have also been floated. Most likely, the eventual solution will be a mix of several of these ideas, and the sooner lawmakers act, the less dramatic any changes would need to be. This concludes part one on Social Security. Part two will contain who's eligible, how to apply for Social Security, and how we compare globally to other countries. I hope this chat was helpful to you. As always, I ask that you like, share, check the notification box for new content. Thank you so much, and you have a great day. Bye.